Cognitive dissonance. Your brain hates being wrong. Ever had that moment when you're completely sure about something, only to find out you're dead wrong? And instead of admitting it, you double down? That's cognitive dissonance. Your brain hates contradictions, so when new info challenges your beliefs, instead of updating them, your mind often just bends reality. Fun, right? Think of that friend who insists pineapple on pizza is disgusting, but then secretly enjoys it at a party. The brain is basically running mental gymnastics to keep things feeling consistent. The bystander effect. Someone else will handle it. Imagine you see someone struggling to carry a dozen grocery bags. Do you help? Maybe. But if there are 10 other people around, chances are you won't. That's the bystander effect, when we assume someone else will step in so we don't have to. It's why big crowds can be dangerous. The more people there are, the less likely anyone is to take action. So next time you see a situation that needs help, just pretend you're the only one there. Because honestly, everyone else is thinking the same thing. Not my problem. The Dunning-Kruger effect. Ever met someone who thinks they're an expert on everything, but clearly they're not? That's the Dunning-Kruger effect. It's when people with little knowledge overestimate their abilities because they don't even know what they don't know. Ironically, the truly smart people, they tend to doubt themselves more because they actually understand how complex things are. So if you ever find yourself thinking, wow, I know everything about this topic, take a step back. You might be in Dunning-Kruger territory. The halo effect, judging books by their covers. You ever meet someone attractive and just assume they must be smart, kind, and have their life together? That's the halo effect in action. Our brains are lazy, so we take one positive trait, like good looks, and assume the person must have a bunch of other great qualities. Meanwhile, the most charming people can also be, well, terrible. Cough con artists cough. So maybe don't trust someone just because they have a great smile. Negativity bias. Why bad news sticks like glue. If I asked you to recall one negative comment from last week, you could likely do so. But what about a compliment? Exactly. Our brains are built to pay more attention to negative experiences than positive ones, because back in caveman days, ignoring a threat could mean death. Hence, one negative review seems to weigh significantly more than 10 positive reviews. And why you can't stop thinking about that embarrassing thing you did in 6th grade. Groupthink. When intelligent people come to a bad decision. Have you ever been in a group where everyone's agreeing and you know it's a bad idea? That's groupthink. People don't want to rock the boat, so they just go along with the program, even if something is clearly not adding up. And that's how bad business decisions are made. Or why no one speaks up when a horror movie character suggests splitting up. Like seriously? Just stick together. The backfire effect. Here's a fun one. If you try to convince someone they're wrong, they'll actually believe their false ideas more. Yep, you heard that right. Our brains see attacks on our beliefs as attacks on us. So instead of changing our minds, we dig in even deeper. So next time you're about to argue with your uncle about conspiracy theories or on any superstition, maybe just don't. The dark triad. 3 personality traits that make up some of the most manipulative people on Earth. Starting off with narcissism. Picture walking into a room and thinking to yourself, at last, everybody gets a taste of the main character in the universe. Narcissists think they're the most important person in any scenario. They love praise, despise critique, and will do anything to preserve their self-image. Have you ever met that person who will take 50 selfies, then when no one likes it, they get offended? That's narcissism in action. Machiavellianism. These are the mastermind of manipulation. The friend who never pays you back on that meal out because they forgot their wallet and somehow convinces you to pay again without you even knowing it. Machiavellians are strategic, charming, and perfectly fine with bending the truth in order to get what they want. Basically, if they had a motto, it'd be, it's not lying if it works. And last but not the least, psychopathy, the final boss of manipulation. Psychopaths don't feel guilt, remorse, or fear the way most people do. If life were a video game, they'd be playing on hardcore mode without a conscience. Ever had that one coworker who seems oddly calm in a crisis, like too calm? Might want to double-check their emotional settings. Basically, if you meet someone who's charming, ruthless, and doesn't care who they hurt. Don't mess with them.